Isso, Malaka. Oh, these fucking apps are a waste of time. Online dating is a waste of time. Who gives a fucking shit? Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Computer Love, part 76.
Over the past 15 years, dating apps have revolutionized how millions of people find love, and the industry has been making record profits year over year. However, recently, these apps have been struggling to retain customers and grow their users, and the existing users are spending significantly less time on the platform than they did a few years ago. People are simply becoming less interested in using dating apps due to the negative stigma around them being used as a place for hookups, the lack of competition in the industry leading to extremely expensive
Whoa. 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 Hold the fuck on. 1 week subscription to a dating app here is $29.99. So I'm paying $30 plus tax just to get rejected by women that I can literally go outside and get rejected for free. Chances are a lot of these profiles are bots, so they're fake. So I'm getting rejected by fucking women that aren't real, women that don't have real feelings because they're not real, porcelain dolls. This is, yeah, and you wonder why online dating is shit, huh? Listen, we all know deep down, online dating, the odds of finding someone is pretty fucking rare. And the odds of you finding someone is not good. It's not. Let's just be honest with ourselves. We do this because we're bored. We got nothing else to do. You're riding on the bus or subway. Because chances are if you were in a good relationship or had any money, which a lot of people don't these days, let's be honest. That's why we're using the free dating apps. And you get what you pay for with those apps, of course. And yeah, you're just going to keep scrolling and nothing good is going to come of it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe you meet the odd person and then you talk for a while and then it goes somewhere and then it goes nowhere and then maybe it goes somewhere again, because when you're talking to this person, chances are they're probably talking to someone else who's way better than you, or they think is way better than you. It could be a robot too. I don't know. But the point is, it just goes on and on and on. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what online dating is. And that's why people are frustrated the fuck out of it. It is crazy. It is pointless. But do I still enjoy doing it? Sure. Why not? We tell some stories. We share some laughs. My 3 fans out there, I appreciate every single 3 of you. You guys are awesome. I just assume you're guys, because there's no way a woman would put up with this shit. But the point is, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and you're not already, okay, I suggest you do, because, you got, there's nothing else to do. At the Malaka Podcast 416 at YouTube. Also, if you're a fan of Chuck Norris, I mean, come on, who isn't? Go to at the Chuck Norris channel, also on YouTube. And if you got TikTok brain, if you're going to fall for online dating, you might as well fall for pointless TikTok videos. Go on TikTok, put at the Malaka Podcast 647, and tons of great videos on there. And that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me share some stories with you, because why not? It's winter. It feels like winter in Toronto. You know, it's not as cold as online dating, but it pretty much is. I mean, again, the odds of you finding someone online, you know, ladies, I'm talking to you if you're listening. You're gonna watch these rom-coms and go online, and it's, you know, you're nuts if you think you're gonna meet that Prince Charming. You're not, And if he says, I mean, if he somehow is kind of Prince Charming, and he asks you, for money overseas because in the next few days he's gonna go into the army, and his grandma is sick. Chances are you're the one that's sick, ladies and gentlemen. So just putting that out there. Just be aware of the scams out there. I'd like to think there's no actual University of Phoenix, but I mean, who knows? So let's begin, huh? This one profile I came across. Well, let me try to explain this one. So she gives in the opening line here. She says, librarian, and then it shows a black circle. Curious, another black circle. Creative, another black circle. Kind, no black circle. I don't know what the black circle represents. Let me tell you what it represents from my behalf, ladies and gentlemen. It represents a bottomless. Yeah, you do enough of these podcasts, you just you forget how to read. Bottomless black hole. That is online dating. It just keeps going. You keep falling into this trap, and it just really it goes nowhere. Librarian. Okay, sure. I'll buy into the one of the many fantasies that guys have. Curious. That's why we're all here. Creative. Most people aren't on here, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And kind. Is anybody really kind on here? I mean, they could be. Don't get me wrong, but let's give this person the benefit of the doubt. So so far it sounds okay. Again, the black circles. I don't know what she's trying to prove here, but I don't know. I mean, she could have just put a simple period, but maybe she's trying to be creative. Maybe that's one of them, right? So there you go. I'm pretty extroverted. Love to be active and outdoors. Laugh easily and often. Curious about people. Passionate about social justice. Love to learn new things. Collector of vinyl. Is there any real point in collecting vinyl? You've met some of these people, yeah, like I get it. If you're like, I mean, you have to be at this point, at least in your almost 70 to really understand vinyl, because that's the era that you were growing up in, and it's cool. You look at the album covers and all that, and it's okay. I mean, Michael Jackson's Thriller, you open it looks cool, and the trailer could be misleading to the new movie. I mean, it looks good, but who knows? I don't know. I mean, will it be good? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's like online dating. You just don't know. People don't want to spend money to go to movies anymore. Is there still a Michael Jackson fan base out there? Of course there is. But I don't know. I just don't know. But why do you click vinyl? I don't know. I don't get it. Music is free today. Why anybody collects any piece of music anymore? I don't know. I just don't get it. Books, yarn, and funny stories. Tender-hearted. Ladies and gentlemen, I used to be tender-hearted, and then I started online dating, and I don't hate myself, much enough to collect vinyl, but it's getting there, you know. I have a few pieces of vinyl, just Michael Jackson's Thriller, of course. You know, I had to buy that again because for some reason my mom made my dad I give up all his vinyl. He has like a little stack, you know, he keeps in storage, but he gave away the Michael Jackson Thriller album to Goodwill 3 days after Michael Jackson died. Let me repeat that again. He gave away a Michael Jackson Thriller vinyl 3 days after Michael Jackson died. Now, did he do that out of spite, out of me? Probably. But the point is, it's insane. It really is. Why collect vinyl? I don't understand, So, of course, I had to buy it again. Look, it's Michael Jackson, of course. And I have a vinyl of Nirvana Nevermind, Represents the kid of the 80s and the kid of the 90s. And that's it. That's all I need. Okay? I don't need a vinyl of Fall Out Boy's greatest hits. I'm sure they're fine. I'm just making a reference here. But seriously, does anybody else listen to Fall Out Boy anymore? Or, I'm not even gonna lie. When Ed Sheridan became famous, I honestly thought that was the lead singer from Fall Out Boy. I really did. I thought, okay, maybe he lost a couple pounds, and and now he's doing the solo thing, which a lot of there's that one dude in the group that goes solo, and you just hope he doesn't OD, and yeah, that's it. I guess what I'm trying to say here in these pointless ramblings, ladies and gentlemen, is this person seems genuine, but you never know. But again, it's the black holes that throw me off. Maybe I'm being a little too obsessive about that, but it is weird. I just don't understand what they represent. So, could she be a sweetheart? I don't know. Could she be a psycho? We don't know. But again, I always say, try to talk to these people on the phone. Your cell phone does make phone calls. I don't know if you're aware of that. And we used to do it all the time in the 90s. Just, talk to people, and not anymore. Not anymore. We'd rather be at home listening to our beloved vinyl. But the point is, get to know someone and, find out what their profile means. That's all. Bottomless black hole. This one profile I came across, and ladies and gentlemen, I've said this before, and I'm sure I'm going to say it again in the next 10 minutes. Your first picture, okay, your main profile picture that someone sees, okay, and a lot of people always just put up, or sometimes just put up one picture, okay. Those people have no desire to take the online dating thing seriously, and in many ways, I don't blame them. You can hear the frustration in my voice, that's for sure. But the point is, this person here, and they put a picture of themselves at a sporting event, which a lot of people, take pictures at sporting events. That's cool, nothing wrong with that. Here's the problem. So again, it's an audio podcast. Let me do my best to paint the picture here, ever so lovely. So in the one row, it shows a woman. Then it shows someone beside her. Now, this may or may not be her daughter. I don't know. Maybe it's her friend. Maybe she's just way shorter. I don't know. Then there's an empty seat. And then there's another person, okay, who also could be her friend. I don't know. Maybe they like a buffer zone. Maybe she's not a fan of kids. Who knows? But they're all looking in the camera. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. And then there's a funny person in the background here. He's clearly photobombing. He's kind of doing a funny picture there. I don't think he's related to the people. Again, I don't know if the other two ladies are related to the one on the far left. I have no idea. So I don't know who I'm talking to here. I don't know. Am I talking to the one woman here? the other girl, Mr. Goatee. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But in the description, she says, "I'm not the dude in the background, but the photo bomb is A1. LOL." I have no idea what A1 means, so we're gonna go to Mr. Google here. A1 meaning. Okay, so it says here, very good or well, excellent. For example, a guitar in A1 condition.
A1.
A1?
A1.
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 Oh, God, I'm bored. The point is, I've never heard this term before, so I don't know what to tell you. You could have just said it was funny. That's why I put it up there. Please stop with the shirtless pics. It ain't cute, fellas. It's true. You know, being a bigger man myself, you know, my tits are nice, but you know, do I want to show them off right away? Absolutely not. I want to, you know, I want to tease women a bit. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you could just put up a clear picture of just yourself, that would be great. Now, my guess is it's the woman on the far left because it shows her, I guess, closest to the camera. But again, I don't know. I don't know. It is funny though that like I mean, I guess the woman beside her, you know, seems the most miserable. I don't know. The one on the far right doesn't seem that, you know, doesn't seem. She seems happy. The one on the left, you know, I'm guessing it's her. Could be content. The guy in the background there. Hey, I mean, maybe he's, you know, maybe he's gonna shoot his shot at her after. I don't know. Maybe, you know, because she was impressed with the whole background photo bomb, which is always funny. I mean, for the most part, you know, I think people have embraced that culture very nicely. But again, if you could just put a clear picture of what you look like, I think that'd make it a lot simpler for everybody. I'm assuming, well, I'll just say one of the, I mean, she's at a sporting event. One of the games that she went to, I'm from Toronto, so hopefully it wasn't, you know, the game that we're all thinking of that happened this year in 2025. You know, the game that, you know, the American empire's rigged. Okay. The point is, just take a clear picture of yourself, just yourself, you know, for the profile pic. That's all, for like the main pic. It'll make things a lot easier for me and Mr. Goatee. And this, talking about frustration, holy shit. This one woman here, some people just don't hide it. And it says, read, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how many profiles I've come across where it says, like, please read the profile. Please read carefully. Please read. You know, but it's getting to that point of that level of frustration with online dating. Yeah, it is that frustrating that people just have to put that. It's so frustrating that she put it in bold caps and she didn't even spell the word please. She just put PLS and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 5 exclamation marks. Which is kind of ironic that you put the short form, but then you put 5 exclamation marks. So you could have spelled the whole word. Does anyone else find that weird, right? I mean, hold on. It's PLEASE. Yeah, so that's PAL or PLEASE. So that's 6, and then you put 8. So really, you did more than yet. I mean, you guys know where I'm going with this, right? But anyways, no couples, please. Again with the PLS. No hookups. I won't go on first dates to your house. and coffee dates. I know what she's saying. I mean, you gotta play it safe, of course, and but at the same time, I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. If someone can afford a house in this economy, I mean, that's got to be a step up, right? And no coffee dates. Now, again, see, now coffee dates. The first date I like going on, with a woman, a coffee date, ice cream. That's it. I'm not. I'm at the point, ladies and gentlemen, where one, this economy is shit, so I got to save money. I'm just keeping it real here. Okay, I can barely afford to feed myself here, and if you look at me, it's a full-time job. So that's kind of implying that you want a free meal, like even if it doesn't work out. It kind of is. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, so you're kind of implying, yeah, we gotta, that's, I get it. You got to pay for the, it looks like a spray-on tan and the dye job, but even still, no, you got to pay for your own shit. Even if I go take a woman to Starbucks. I mean, I went to Starbucks. What was it, on a date a few months ago? And yeah, I paid for 2 small pumpkin lattes, and my God, they were good. I'm not gonna lie. I love when they ask you, like, do you want whipped cream? I'm like, yeah, you're fucking robbing me. Yeah, I want the whole fucking can. What are you kidding? And like 2 small. I believe it came to almost $12. $12 for 2 small coffees. This better be made out of the great pumpkin that the fucking Charlie Brown was obsessed with. I mean, other than that, I mean, like, that's fucking crazy. I mean, holy shit. Oh, anyways, don't waste my time or yours. Yeah, no problem there. Not trying to sound mean, bullshit. I am just a busy woman with work and children. So if I make time for you, I hope it is spent. It's spent. It's okay. Okay, we don't have time for grammar. With quality. Quality spelled with a capital Q. It's all over the place here. I need an assertive person. If you take too long to plan something, is not going to work. It is not going to. Forget it. Why do I bother? Exclamation mark. It's not going to work. All right. Yeah, it's all over the place, man. I am looking for a man in his masculine energy. Did I read that? Wait, hold on. Did I read that right? I am looking for a man in his masculine energy. Okay, so you want a masculine man that makes a lot of money. That's gonna be tough, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. High quality characteristics only. Only 2 exclamation marks. This app is slow. If we matched, message me here. And she gave out what appears to be her Instagram address. So, my God, I can't imagine a woman having Instagram and also wanting a guy to pay for everything. Wow, imagine that. So again, I feel the frustration. I get it. More than likely, you're looking for a sugar daddy. I get it. In this economy, who isn't? But again, it's just, it's not going to happen. I mean, it could happen, but it's going to cost that guy quite a bit of money. So, I mean, should they even bother? I don't. I wouldn't. I don't. I think this is. It's pointless. But again, listen. I don't know this woman from a hole in the wall, but it does seem like she's looking for someone to, take care of her financially, and don't waste my time if you're broke and if you got manners. But the point is, I don't know. I just don't see the point here. But, ladies and gentlemen, I did talk to one person here who may or may not be obsessed with money. We don't know that yet. And, exchange numbers, and we're just talking here. I'm like, how are you? Whatever. What are you busy doing? Blah, blah, blah. And at one point she goes, super good brunch and apple orchard. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you got disposable income to, instead of just going to a grocery store and buying apples, actually go to the orchard. And I don't know I remember going to one of these when I was a kid, and I was like how many I mean, how like why are you so obsessed with these fucking orchids? I don't understand. Like, who's obsessed with I don't know this many apples? I mean, I don't. I think apples are an overrated fruit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're not watermelon. They're not cantaloupe. They're not even fucking pineapple. I said it. I think it's an overrated fruit. I like apple pie. I like pie, but I don't like pie crust. I think pie crust is fucking disgusting. Even when you eat a Pop Tart, the outside that doesn't have the frosting on it, I mean, come on, like who's gonna eat that shit? It's disgusting. But I digress. Yeah, I mean, the only funny thing that I like about the apple picking is that one skit that Conan and Mr. T did. If you've never seen that, go on YouTube, put in Conan O'Brien picking apples with Mr. T. It is fucking hilarious. It is, my God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Mr. T at one point elbows a bee. I mean, you wouldn't like to think that Mr. T has a violent side, but sometimes the haircut matches. But the point is, I'm just like, okay, and she's like, what about you? What's got you busy? I'm just like, work. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were working today. My bad. I'm like, it's okay. I just, work security. It's not really work. And she shows me a picture of her carving pumpkins, and I'm like, that's cool. But yeah. But she finds she finds me cute. That's cool. And she's like, as long as you still like chubby, outgoing moms, we're good. I'm like, is there any other kind? So yeah, things are going back and forth here, whatever. I'm not trying to ignore that she's really good with a knife and the pumpkin here, and But then again, I don't know, maybe it's lost in translation here with texting or something, but a lot of people here, they just can't have a very simple conversation. I think this is why a lot of people do the online dating thing, because they can't function with, people in the outside world here, And then she asked me, like, how, like, tall are you, And I told her I'm 6'1", And I think for some reason, like, she's lying about her height. And I'm like, I don't know, like, who lies about their height? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I get if you're a short guy, try to fuck a tall chick, but whatever. And then I'm like, just from now on, just let's try to be somewhat normal here and just tell me the truth, And she's all over the place texting, and I go, and then she says, I mean, do you lie about inches? Okay, so now all of a sudden she's implying something else, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm like, honestly, I'm not joking here. If you can't answer this very simple question, like how tall are you? And she's like, I don't know, maybe she's drunk or high, and a lot of people do like to sip a little wine while they're pumpkin carving this time of year. I don't know, maybe they get lonely on Canadian Thanksgiving. Ours is like the second week of October for some reason. I don't know. It's different than the States. I don't know. We're always in competition here, and I don't know. Either way, I'm just joking, but either way, we're giving thanks, and some of us like to do it sober. And she's like, for real? I'm like, she sends me a question mark. Like I didn't know it was a question. And I said, yes, absolutely. And she said, okay, I'm 5'1", And she's like, well, you need my driver's license, And I'm like, what? I was, and I'm like, well, why? I'm like, well, that's weird. She's like, well, my driver's license to see my height. Which, by the way, let me point out, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never met somebody, you should never show them your license. It's got valuable information on there. Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but you never know. And she's like, yeah, she shows my height. I was just being honest. I'm like, why? Why can't you just tell me the truth, eventually? And she's like, I did, girl guides honor, and maybe she thinks she's funny. I don't know. And, and I'm like, well, not the first time. I mean, you said 5'2", and then you said 5'1". I'm like, who the fuck lies about a 1 inch, right? It's just so... It's very, very stupid and childish, but more stupid, you know. And she's like, women stretch the truth. On here, ID, it's a thing. And then I just told her straight up. I said, like, not real women. You know, real women tell the truth. I mean, if you're gonna lie about something, say you're 6 feet or something, and you know you know, and you can dunk. You know, and then also our weight, like that I get, but you know, I can tell from pictures. It's you know, and by the description of curvy moms, I get a sense there. You know, but I said I didn't ask for your weight, so I don't know why she's busting my balls here. You know, and she's like, well, like no women I know is running around talking about it, and I'm like, this is really stupid. And then I just told her, look, you can keep dodging all you want. You know you lied. I asked you a very simple question. I don't know why the fuck you're making this so fucking complicated. Did I use a couple more F-bombs than I had to? And then I said, in the end, I don't like liars. Do you understand? And she said, I understand that's not how you speak to anyone. Good luck. And then I said, exactly, LOL, pussy. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you can just, you know, try to have a normal conversation with someone, I don't think I'm asking for a lot here. I mean, and again, if you're going to lie to someone right off the bat about a stupid thing like height, especially because of 1 inch, I mean, my God, you know, guys, I get it if you lie about a few inches about something else, you know, whatever, that's your thing. But the point is, you know, this is the problem with online dating, is that a lot of people cannot function in the real world, and they have to go online and waste other people's time, and holy fucking shit. I mean, how many apples does a person need? And some people leave with like bags of apples. Like, what the fuck are you doing with all these apples? Like I don't know. Like, are you selling a condo and you need to make it look like that much more classier? And for some reason, green apples look better than red apples. But the point fucking is, try to have a normal conversation with someone. Don't lie. And this is why, another beautiful reason why online dating does not work, because the art of conversation is gone. A lot of people don't like to make phone calls. They're still texting. They're, you know, getting drunk in the middle of the day, carving pumpkins, and, you know, busy making too many apple pies, and, you know, it adds to the curves. And yeah, that's cool, man, pushing for the cushion and something like that. I think I said the words in reverse, but the point is, try not to waste anyone's time, okay? If you think you're funny, you may be, okay? This person clearly wasn't. But again, it ends up getting lost in translation. Try to have just a normal conversation with someone. And if you have to, call them. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, you know, my nonna had a phone, you know, one of those phones that, you know, you hold the finger down and then you turn it like you're fucking, you know, steering the Titanic or something. Hopefully it works out better. But again, just stop wasting people's time. Have a normal conversation. And that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a bunch of apples episode of Computer Love, part 76.
See? Look at there. This is a bad tree, man.
Alright, well listen, don't get all, the whole point is to get out here and relax. You get all worked up, so we found an apple that...
Well, it's so good, man. We gotta get good apples, man. We can't make no apple pie with no bad apple like that.
Alright, just breathe. Breathe. Let's get another apple.
All right. That's a bad one. Let me show you. See? Look, it got a bee in it.
Alright.
It got a bee in it.
Stop yelling at the bee.
All right, dead B. T1, B0.